Look around you. Take a moment to really consider your surroundings. Every person, every planet, every star, and even the very atoms inside your own body, they can all trace their origins back to a single extraordinary moment roughly 13.8 billion years ago. Welcome to this explainer. Today we're exploring the scientific model of how absolutely everything began. We're going to map out the origin of the cosmos, relying not on hype, but on the profound, observable mechanics of our universe. Now let's dive right in by dismantling a huge misconception. When we hear the phrase Big Bang, it's completely natural to picture a massive explosion, right? Like a giant bomb going off in some dark, empty void. But that's fundamentally incorrect. There was actually no pre-existing space for the universe to explode into. The reality is far stranger. It was the beginning of space itself. Space was stretching. Before this event, there was literally no where for anything to happen and no when for it to occur. Take a second to let that paradigm shift sink in. So, here is the roadmap for our journey today. First, we'll look at why it wasn't an explosion in space. Then, we'll walk through the universe's first moments, followed by the evidence for the Big Bang. After that, we'll tackle what came before it. And finally, we'll wrap up with your own cosmic origin story. Let's look at what actually happened and why scientists are so confident this model is accurate. Section 1. Not an explosion in space. To really understand the Big Bang, try picturing dots drawn on a deflated balloon. As you blow it up, every dot moves away from every other dot. They aren't traveling across the rubber, the surface itself is stretching. Well, the universe works in a very similar way. The space between galaxies is stretching, which is what's pulling them apart. The famous term Big Bang is actually incredibly misleading, and ironically, it was never meant to be a compliment. It was coined by astronomer Fred Hoyle during a 1949 radio broadcast. Hoyle actually rejected the theory entirely, and he used the phrase sarcastically just to make it sound ridiculous. But the label was so catchy that it stuck permanently.
So the absolutely crucial point here is understanding what the Big Bang model actually claims. It doesn't claim to explain the absolute microscopic beginning of existence. As scientists trace the universe backward into this unimaginably hot and dense state, the mathematics eventually just break down. At that absolute zero point, our current theories of physics simply stop working. Therefore, the Big Bang is really the best scientific description of everything that happened right after that first instant.
Section 2. The universe's first moments. Let's trace the strict, unbroken chain of cause and effect that shaped the early cosmos. In the very first fraction of a second, we see a period called inflation. Shortly after that, tiny particles called quarks combine. A few minutes in, the first elements form. And then, at 380,000 years, light finally escapes. The main driving mechanism behind this entire timeline is continuous expansion and cooling. As the universe expanded, it cooled down, which systematically allowed more and more complex structures to form. Let's look a bit closer at that first key event. You might be wondering, why do we even need a concept like inflation? Well, without it, the universe as we see it today just doesn't make sense. In the earliest fraction of a second, space expanded at an astonishing rate. We're talking about something smaller than an atom, becoming vastly larger in an unbelievably tiny amount of time. This massive growth spurt elegantly explains why the universe looks so surprisingly uniform in every direction we look today. So let's see how this early cooling built the matter we know today. Right after inflation, the universe was an unimaginably hot, dense sea of energy where tiny particles called quarks just moved freely. But as the universe kept expanding, it cooled. With any tiny fraction of a second, this cooling allowed those quarks to combine into protons and neutrons. Just a few minutes later, conditions were essentially identical to a giant nuclear fusion reactor. Protons and neutrons collided and fused, creating the universe's very first atomic nuclei. That was mostly hydrogen, some helium, and tiny traces of lithium. Now, despite having these basic building blocks, the universe actually remained an opaque, superheated fog for hundreds of thousands of years. Light existed, but it constantly collided with charged particles, so it couldn't travel anywhere. Finally, around 380,000 years after the Big Bang, the universe had cooled down enough for electrons to settle down and combine with atomic nuclei. Neutral atoms formed, and suddenly light could travel freely without hitting anything. The universe had finally become transparent. Section 3. Evidence for the Big Bang. Now, this sequence of events isn't just a fun story. It's grounded in hard, observable data. Scientists accept the Big Bang model because multiple, completely independent lines of evidence all point perfectly to the exact same conclusion. There are four main pillars that give us overwhelming confidence here. We have the expansion of the universe, the cosmic microwave background, the precise chemical recipe of the cosmos, and cosmic structure. Let's start by looking at the expansion of space. Back in the 1920s, astronomer Edwin Hubble made an extraordinary discovery. He found that almost every distant galaxy is moving away from us. Even more importantly, the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving. This means space itself is expanding. And if space is expanding today, logic dictates that it must have been smaller in the past. If you run that cosmic clock backward far enough, everything converges toward an extremely dense early state. The second pillar of evidence is the cosmic microwave background, or CMB. Remember that pivotal moment at 380,000 years when neutral atoms formed and light finally escaped? Well, that ancient light is actually still traveling through space today. It fills the entire universe as a faint glow. It's essentially the absolute oldest photograph of the universe ever captured. The amazing part is that the Big Bang model predicted this glow decades before we even built the instruments to discover it, and its temperature matches theoretical predictions with remarkable accuracy. The third pillar is the chemical recipe of the cosmos. Independent nuclear physicists calculated exactly how much hydrogen, helium, and lithium should have formed in those first few minutes of the universe. And when astronomers point their telescopes at the oldest, most untouched regions of the cosmos today, they observe the exact proportions that were predicted. It's a mathematical confirmation of the highest order. Section 4. What came before it? This brings us to a philosophical boundary, and it's honestly the most natural question any beginner to this topic would ask. The honest scientific answer to what came before the Big Bang is simply, we don't know. Our current physics just cannot describe it. But there's a deeper conceptual hurdle here too. If time itself literally began with the Big Bang, then the very concept of before might rely on a framework that simply doesn't exist. It's quite literally like asking, what is north of the North Pole? Once you hit the pole, north ceases to exist as a direction. Of course, that hasn't stopped scientists from proposing theories. There are ideas involving quantum universes, cyclic universes that continually expand and contract, and even massive multiverses. But we really must remain grounded here. So far, none of these have been confirmed. The absolute origin of the Big Bang remains a profound, unsolved mystery. Section 5. Your cosmic origin story. You know, it's pretty easy to look at billions of years of history and feel incredibly small, but this ancient history intimately matters to you. After the universe became transparent, it entered the cosmic dark ages, but gravity was quietly, relentlessly working in the background. Over millions of years, gravity slowly gathered those enormous, ancient clouds of hydrogen and helium until they became dense enough to ignite nuclear fusion. The first stars lit up the dark. Deep inside the cores of these massive stars, immense pressure forged heavier elements. And when those stars eventually died and exploded, they scattered these brand new elements all across space. So the crucial point here is this direct line of causality that leads right to wherever you are sitting right now. The Big Bang isn't just a story about distant galaxies. The hydrogen atoms currently in your body were created during the universe's first few minutes. The carbon in your living cells was forged inside the cores of stars. The iron making up your blood was expelled from violent stellar explosions. You are literally physically constructed from material that has been traveling through cosmic history for billions of years. The Big Bang gave the cosmos a history of change. It allowed galaxies to form, stars to live and die, and planets to emerge from the wreckage. It completely set the stage for life to appear. And eventually, over 13.8 billion years of slow mechanical evolution, it resulted in a species possessing the consciousness to look up at the night sky and actually understand its own place within this grand story. We are, in a very real sense, a way for the universe to know itself. We've mapped out the mechanisms and the evidence. We know how our universe expanded, cooled, and built the world we inhabit today. Yet, as our knowledge expands, the boundary of our ignorance expands right along with it. We're left looking at the absolute edge of time itself. What actually caused the Big Bang? And, perhaps the deepest question of all, why does the universe exist at all? Science has revealed an extraordinary amount about our home, but the very beginning remains one of the greatest mysteries ever explored, and that mystery is still unfolding. Keep wondering, and thank you for exploring with me today.